Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we are diving into a case so disturbing, so calculated, and so chilling that it forces us to ask a terrifying question. How much is a human life really worth? Because in this story, the answer was exactly $100,000. A $100,000 life insurance policy, a signature on a form, and a murder that almost went unnoticed. This is the true story of how the FBI exposed a deadly plot driven by greed, deception, and a cold-blooded betrayal hiding behind love and trust. Stay with me, because every detail matters. At first glance, everything looked normal. A quiet life, a seemingly ordinary relationship, no public arguments, no criminal record, no obvious motive for murder. But behind closed doors, something dark was forming. Someone had taken out a life insurance policy worth $100,000, and the beneficiary was someone very close. Ask yourself this: how many killers do you think are caught because of a piece of paper? How often does money leave a trail of blood? The victim was described as trusting, someone who believed the people around them, someone who never imagined that their life had been assigned a price tag. But the policy existed, and more importantly, someone was waiting for it to be activated. What nobody knew at the time was that this was not an accident waiting to happen. It was a plan. The death itself raised very few alarms. No signs of forced entry, no immediate evidence of struggle. The scene looked clean, too clean. Authorities initially believed it was a tragic but natural incident, another life lost, another file ready to be closed. But there was one detail that refused to stay quiet. The life insurance claim was filed unusually fast, almost as if someone had been waiting. Why would someone rush to collect money before grief? Why would paperwork matter more than mourning? What kind of person thinks about profit before loss? That single action triggered a deeper look, and that deeper look eventually reached the FBI. When federal investigators reviewed the financial records, patterns began to emerge. The policy had been increased shortly before the death. Communication records showed secret conversations. Search histories revealed disturbing questions. How long does it take for insurance to pay? Does poisoning look natural? Can a death be ruled accidental? These were not random searches. These were rehearsals. The FBI began reconstructing the timeline. They discovered that the suspect had been struggling financially. Debt was piling up, pressure was building, and then, suddenly, a life insurance policy, a clear beneficiary, and a death that solved every problem. Coincidence or design? Here's a chilling question for you. If someone you trusted completely decided to end your life, would you ever see it coming? The FBI interviewed friends, family, co-workers, and slowly, cracks began to show. Witnesses recalled strange behavior, cold reactions, inconsistent stories, grief that felt rehearsed, pain that never reached the eyes. Then came the forensic breakthrough. Traces of substances that should not have been there, amounts too small to detect at first glance, but enough to slowly shut down the body. Poison, delivered quietly, patiently, deliberately. This wasn't rage, this wasn't panic, this was calculation. The FBI confronted the suspect with evidence, phone records, financial documents, search histories, expert testimony. At first, there was denial, then silence, and finally, a confession that shocked everyone involved. The murder had been planned for months, every step calculated, every move rehearsed, all for $100,000. Let that sink in. A human life reduced to a number, converted into cash. Ask yourself this: would you recognize the signs if someone around you was capable of this? How well do we really know the people we trust? And how many crimes are hidden behind smiles and signatures? This case sent shockwaves through the investigative community because it wasn't messy, it wasn't emotional, it wasn't impulsive, it was business. And that is what makes it terrifying. The FBI later stated that without the insurance paperwork, this murder might never have been discovered. No forced entry, no obvious violence, No witnesses, just patience and poison. The killer believed they were smarter than everyone else, but they forgot one thing. Every crime leaves a trail. Money, data, patterns, and the FBI knows how to read them. In court, the $100,000 policy became the centerpiece of the case. What was meant to be a reward became the very evidence that destroyed the killer's freedom forever. Life imprisonment, no parole, and a permanent reminder that greed always overplays its hand. Before we end, I want you to think about this. How many crimes are happening right now that look like accidents? How many deaths are written off because they are quiet? And how many killers are hiding in plain sight, waiting for paperwork to clear? If this story made you uncomfortable, good, because awareness is the first line of defense. If you found this case disturbing, thought-provoking, or eye-opening, please hit the like button. Share your thoughts in the comments. Do you think money is the strongest motive for murder, or is betrayal even darker? And if you want more deeply researched, chilling true crime stories like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel, because the next case might be closer to home than you think.